Hey guys, today I'm gonna be sharing how I made this Valentine's Day Yoda card. It was really easy to make. You don't need a silhouette Cameo for this or any cutting machine. You can also cut it out by hand, I guess. And you can also make these beautiful cupcake toppers. The silhouette machine just makes it a lot easier to do. And I went ahead and left the file in the description if you wanna print it yourself. But here I am making it on my silhouette Cameo. It's pretty easy. I just grabbed the image and I dragged it and I dropped it onto my silhouette. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace over the images, and that's how I'm going to cut through them. So every time I print and cut on my silhouette, I use my registration marks and I make sure all my images are inside the red lines. And then I like to trace everything, and that's how I get my little cut marks. So for my Valentine's card, I'm gonna be using this Yoda image right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make them a little bit bigger for my card. So I'm gonna grab the Yoda that I'm gonna be using for my card, and then I'm gonna create an offset from that image, and I'm gonna be cutting the green glitter cardstock on that offset piece. That way I can layer the Yoda on top of the green glitter cardstock. And this is a piece that I'm going to be cutting on green glitter cardstock. So next I'm just going to download and print the card. So now after I've printed it, I'm just going to cut it down. Right here I don't have any cut lines, but for the one I have in the description, I've made cut lines for you guys so you guys can know where exactly to cut the card. So now I'm just using the scoreboard and I'm scoring it at 4 inches. That way I can have a nice clean fold line. And as you can see, there was already another fold line on there because this was my trial and error kind of card. So then I just went ahead and cut the excess off. But like I said, this was just a trial and error because I was creating the card and I was figuring out the measurements. But overall, the card in the description should be between 4 inches or 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I didn't show this part, but I cut out this green glitter cardstock on my silhouette. Like I said, I offset the image and I got this green piece. And then I'm gonna layer this Yoda on top of it. But first I'm gonna glue this part down. And then for the Yoda, I'm just gonna go ahead and use a dimensional sticker to put the Yoda on top. My Yoda looks all messed up from the back because I had previously tried to put some other dimensional stickers on there, but I didn't like them, so I took those off and replaced them with some other ones. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and try to center him as much as possible. And I really like how this card turned out, so I'm also gonna be doing a matching envelope using the envelope punch. So to make the envelope, I grabbed a 60-pound red piece of cardstock. It was about 8.5 by 11, and I cut it down to, I think it was like 8 by 8. So I'm just using this envelope punch board and I'm just following the instructions it has on the left side there. And I had actually cut down this paper to 8.25 by 8.25, not 8 by 8. And I had to score it at 3 inches and 3/8. So I lined it up and then I went ahead and I used a little punch there to punch it down, and then I scored it. Then after I scored it, I made sure to turn it counterclockwise. After I turned it, I made sure to line up the score line with that other little thing that's sticking out of the scoreboard, that little, I don't know what you call it, that little plastic thing. And then I punched it again and I scored it, and I repeated the same process over until I was finished. And as I was folding my envelope, I just remembered that I forgot to round up these little corner edges here. So that's what this little piece is for. I just punch it and then it rounds up my corners. And it makes it look a lot nicer. And I just made sure to use a little bit of glue because I didn't want the glue to get onto my Valentine's Day card. You guys can also just cut out the images and make these cute little cupcake toppers. And all I did for this was I used a hot glue gun to glue a toothpick to the back of each of them. So please don't forget to like my video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.